Hey cats, it's your old pal Itchymoche, and today we're going to talk about RV trailers. Perhaps you're in the market to buy an RV trailer, perhaps you've been thinking about it. One of the first things you need to think about before you buy a trailer is, what am I going to pull it with? You got to have a vehicle worthy of pulling such a trailer. How do I know how much weight my vehicle is going to pull? Well, I'm going to give you a couple little tips today that possibly can start to steer you in the right direction. Now, I'm no expert, but this is kind of what I've learned on my own. The first thing you're going to want to do is get your owner's manual out. Find out which vehicle is yours, and then look to see what the towing weight is going to be. In this case, my Silverado can tow up to 7,700 pounds. Now, just inside the door on most trailers, you're going to find a couple of stickers here. In this case, this white one has the weight. It says the dry weight is 7,384 pounds. So what I've done is I've pushed the limit on what my truck can pull. Now, it pulls this 34-foot trailer down the road without any problem, as long as I don't do any grades, any steep hills, any real long trips. So there are some variables to what you can and can't do. As long as I'm careful, the Silverado does just fine. It can pull this rig. So far, we've done numerous trips with it, and it goes right down the road pretty well. And we've even tackled some pretty steep hills with it, and it pulls it up without any problem. Now, 7,700 pounds is what that's recommended as the maximum towing weight. And we're about 7,300 pounds. There gives us about 400 pounds to play with. By the time you put in your food, your clothing, a few appliances, some drinks, you're adding 100 pounds or so right there. And then if you look at this other decal here, it warns you. It says a full load of water equals 315 pounds of cargo. So if I'm going to fill up my water tank and travel, that means I'm already over the limit of what my trailer can pull, or what my truck can pull. So I have to be pretty careful if I'm going to haul water around in this thing. I definitely don't want to do any mountains or anything like that. So what do I need to do? I need to upgrade my truck, obviously. But for now, the truck works fine. It's a 1500 Silverado. And like I said, this is a 34-foot trailer. So the most difficult thing for us, or for me as a driver, is negotiating it. Now, the weight of the truck to the weight of the trailer is pretty important, and I'll tell you why. The truck may be able to pull it, but you're going to have to stop too. And when I hit the brakes on the truck, if the trailer weighs too much, it's going to push the truck down the road, and that can cause some real serious problems, especially when it's wet or when the road's slippery. So you want to drive very cautiously under those conditions. A big trailer like that is going to tug and pull your truck around too. You know, if the road has deflections in it, that trailer is going to bob back and forth. It's going to yank the back of your truck back and forth, and it can get a little squirrely on the steering wheel. So you just want to take it slow when you're pulling something this size. If you're going to do this size or bigger, I recommend getting a little bigger truck, probably a 2500 or a F250 would be a good size. You can get a 6-speed transmission. The transmission is important. It'll run the engine a lot cooler. It'll save your transmission a lot better with a 6-speed transmission. So, you know, if you're looking for a truck to tow with, make sure you get one with that special tow package, because it's going to make a big difference on your towing. You want to make sure you have the right tow bar hook up here. In this case, I have these stabilizer bars. They're sway bars, and they're under pressure. I have to put them on with all the weight off of the hitch. This hitch is rated for this size of trailer, and you want to make sure it's securely attached to your truck. I'm going to show you one more thing in the truck that you should be equipped with, and this is a Chevy Silverado. So right here on the end of the shift lever, and this is the lever that, you know, pulls it into drive, neutral, reverse, there's a little thumb button right here on the end. If I push that, and you'll see there's like a picture of a little trailer there, that's the tow mode. And when you push it, you'll see that little icon come on the dash. Okay, now it's in the towing mode. Now, what does that mean when it's in the towing mode? Well, it means that your transmission is not going to shift so much. It's going to run smoother. It's going to run cooler. It's designed for towing heavy loads. So you'll definitely want to use that when pulling a trailer this size. So you might say, Itchy, why did you buy such a great big trailer when you didn't have the truck to pull it? Well, it's what we wanted. When we went out and looked at trailers, we fell in love with this one. It was exactly the size we wanted. It was exactly what we wanted. It had all the additions that we needed, the space that we wanted. And when we went and talked to the dealer, of course now the dealer wants to sell you an RV, so they're going to tell you anything. But they told us that we'd be fine using this truck as long as we didn't exceed its limitations. And pretty much that meant don't go to any mountains with it. So that being said, we've been just towing it around Ohio this year, taking it easy, not doing any mountainous grades, any long poles, and we've been trying to keep it light. We haven't hauled the water except for short trips so far, and it seems to be performing well. We haven't had any problems. We do plan on upgrading the truck here in another year, so maybe next year we'll jump it up to a 2500 F250, and we'll make sure we get a tow package on it with a 6-speed transmission. And it'll pull that thing like a breeze. We'll be able to do some traveling then and head out into some more serious situations. Okay, cats, there you go. That's all I got today about towing a trailer. Keep that in mind when you go out to look. If you don't have the rig to pull it, keep the size down. It'll make a big difference, and it's for your safety too. Later, cats.